What up, it's the Kid 50 Cent. You're now listening to the best check radio Europe 2. It's going down right here. Keep it locked with my boy.
Yeah. My name is Randy Colt. I'm here with the 50 Cent in the O2 Arena in Prague. And hey 50, how are you doing tonight? How are you feeling before the show?
I'm good. I'm excited. I'm in good spirits. I can't be better. Like, the show sold out, so can't really do better than that.
Yeah, cool. Have you been somewhere here in Prague, or you just stay here in the venue, or whatever plans?
No, I haven't made my way around. I got off the jet and came straight to the venue.
Okay. You are on the final lap tour right now. Yeah. Are you tired, or how do you fight with the jet lags?
You know what? I'm doing pretty good, man. Usually, when I am tired, I'm fatigued from the travel, and I chose to be on the jet instead of riding the bus through the night. So, a lot of times they'll do the show and then they get on the bus and then they'll ride to the next city. So it'd be 5-6 hours, maybe 7 hours on the bus before they touch down in the next area. And instead I'll just go back to the hotel, chill out, and then jump on the plane for 1 hour the next day. And then I'll land and go straight to the venue. So it's just different logistics and a different way of traveling.
And we are here in your backstage. The atmosphere here is very calm and chill. It's every show like this, or
most of them. And then it get busy, but in the other rooms, like then Yayo, Murder, and them, and then Jeremiah and Busta Rhymes and all that. So they have little entourages of crews of people come around, different territories. And we made relationships over the years, so they kind of know people in those different places.
Do you meditate here, or?
Well, a little bit, and then I get butterflies before I go on the stage. Really? I get nervous, yeah. Still. I don't think if you don't feel that energy, you probably shouldn't be performing anymore. That means you don't care about the show.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, and which city was the best so far? You play also 2 shows in New York, in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, that was fun in New York, and it's because there's so much artist energy available that I can put together like a massive show, like everybody, J. Cole and all kind of artists, around, and they just happened to be in the city at that time. So I got a chance to bring them onto the stage and stuff like that. But when I'm traveling over here, the intensity is even higher. Yeah, because in the U.S. everybody's a star. If they're not, then they know somebody who they think is going to be next. Like, you know what I mean? Like somebody's working on it, and there's I think reality television done that to people. It changed their perception, because to be camera ready, just to make sure you got your stuff, is the job itself for reality television. And when you see like brands like the Kardashian brand grow to how big it is, it means you don't necessarily have to have a skill set. If you position yourself the right way, you can be that big. And that's why a lot of people, love and admire them now. I remember a point that was icky, like people would look at them like, ugh. Like girls, certain people, there's a group of people that felt like that, and they changed their mind now. You know what I mean? There's so much success in connection to that brand that they changed their mind.
What's the situation in the US about the film industry right now?
Well, the film industry, in a timely enough fashion, right? They went on strike as I started touring. Yeah. They when they did that, I said, "Oh no, I'm gonna make some music. I'll go do some stuff, music touring." But
So you're waiting still?
Yeah. Still working on projects, and then I got a lot of things in development. This is why I won't be able to commit to 103 dates again, because I got so many things going on in film and television. I wouldn't be able to go. Like I wasn't able to promote The Expendables. Because of the strike, but imagine if I was able to talk about it every night. I sell over 1.3 million tickets since we've been out here on the run, and that alone makes that movie a success if people decide to go see it. You know what I mean? So there's it's interesting. Like I just wasn't able to say anything because of the strike.
The final lap tour. Why this title?
Because it would be the final lap. The last time I'm able to be all of these places.
Last time? For real?
Yeah, it'll be less. If I did do a run after this, it would be something that's a lot smaller. Yeah. But this was the last lap, yeah.
That's quite sad, man. Yeah. You still working on some new tracks? Because 20 years ago from Get Rich or Die Trying, your debut album?
When I'm not moving around or not touring, doing things, then it's going to permit me to focus on creating music. And then, like, you get a little more of what you get from Dr. Dre and Eminem from me at that point. See, they don't. When the last time you seen Eminem on tour? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's been a while, but he'll go make the music because his passion is still in music. But he'll go. He's like a lab rat. He'll go to the studio and come up with something new. And you know, like now, I'll do the traveling. I'll be out and be comfortable filming and doing different things that was uncomfortable for us in the beginning. And just over time, it developed the comfortability with it. But, you know, I can go do some of that now. I can go record and go concentrate on the music and come up with something great, possibly before they see me pop out. Then it'd be really exciting to see me after I come out with something good.
Yeah, of course. So we were talking about new album or just singles?
I would make a record.
So your last record was 2014, Animal Ambition, right?
Yeah, I did. Animal Ambition was like, it was like a mixtape, that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I put...
You are king of the mixtapes, right?
I did kind of reappropriate it. Because like before I started making mixtapes, before 50 Cent is the Future, artists didn't make full mixtapes on their own. Like the tape would be you rapping on K-Slay or you rapping on DJ Clue or Ron G or Brucey B, like the DJ, you would put something exclusive on his tape. But when you do it in song format, verse, chorus, chorus, so it feels like a CD, that came from me. You know what I mean? So I redid that. And that was because I lost the ability to market and promote my music. After I got shot, I had the cooties. They was trying to stay away from me. They didn't, you know, until I had music to cut through undeniable, you know, material to cut through, then it brought me to M. And he supported me. That he's like my best friend, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's rare that you run into someone who always has your best interests at heart. You know, like there's no point that he's not looking at it going, is that good for him? Or why would he won't want me to do it if it's not good for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, don't do that. Like, they tried to get him to do the Superbowl. He wouldn't do it without me.
You told me that you are working still on new music, and what's your latest bars? Can you rap me something?
Oh no, I could do it, but I have to charge you. Because now I've started. Then they're not gonna be.
Come on.
It's not gonna feel good to you later when you hear it. If I tell you now.
So nothing. Okay. What's the story behind your biggest song, Candy Shop, and In the Club? In the Club was wrote in 45 minutes, right?
Most of the biggest hit records are made with simplicity. It's made. You're already conditioned for making music, so it's not like a long thing. You're not spending hours thinking of what to say. Like, Go Shorty, it's your birthday. It's not rocket science. Like, it just came out when the music came on. And the funny shit is, like, I only worked with Dr. Dre for 4 days on Get Rich or Die Trying. We recorded 8 songs, and I kept 4 of those songs. And I worked with M for 2 days. In Detroit, we recorded 4 songs, and I kept 2. So a lot of the stuff prior to that, this on the album, were things that I had accumulated that were good. And what I like to do is find pieces, like find things that I feel like are cool and be able to sequence them so they feel good. So when you listen to it, you hear it back to back, and
You know the vibe.
Right, it's a different thing. Like, this is like, so a lot of artists, they make one good song.
One hit wonder.
Yeah, and then pow, that shit go off. And because they ran around, it was touring and it partying and having a good time. This is what comes with having a hit record. When they come back to the studio, they don't know where to start to make the next one. So, yeah, so sometimes the gift is the curse. Like, you can be praying for the hit and you have the hit and then you don't know where to start to have another one. you know. And then other times you get bumped around. Like I was getting bumped around so frequently that it was like I was more than ready when the album actually was coming out. So it's like there was nothing on that record that you wouldn't listen to, like the entire record. And one of the songs that didn't make it, the only song that was made for Get Rich or Die Trying that never made it was Magic Stick. And that one ended up being the #1 record and
Yeah, what? Sorry.
selling Kim's album. So it's like even the shit that missed the record was a hit, you know.
You were talking about the simplicity, but maybe it's more difficult after years to make some simple things. No?
Nah, it's easy. Like for me, like it's easier. The culture is they're rapping to the same beats. They're using the same drill music, trap music. That these type of it's really the same kind of production. Like the drums are falling in the same place. So they're using the same cadences, and then once you kind of got the cadence, you can sit there and change the words around and make it what you want it to be. But you know the cadence. Once you know how to rap, like you know how to sing. If you can sing your favorite song that's a trap record, you can write a record. Once you know the words and you know like how the flow of the material is, then you can kind of change it around and do your thing. But there's when like my records, the tones change, the emotion in the record change. So I wouldn't be able to do it just one way all the way through the record.
So you don't think that it's quite impossible to make absolutely new things in the music? It's still possible, right?
Hell yeah! Like and then hip hop, we borrow from so many different genres, from every other genre of music. So you can always make something that feels different. And they go to magic. Like, you know, like a lot of times, you look at the new artists that came out, you'll see how extreme some of it, they may have things in common on some levels, but there's extreme differences in some of the hit records. You know what I mean? And like if you looked at the Baby versus Lil Baby, because they came around the same time, like that. The things that you'd hear, like one got Rockstar as a theme for a big hit record, and then the other one never really left the origin of his sound, so he stayed right there in that pocket, and both of them had huge success. You know what I'm saying? So I thought there was gonna be a problem because their names were so close, the Baby, Lil Baby, like you know, but there was no problem.
Okay. You mentioned Eminem, and can we look forward to some song with M or?
We have a whole CD together. He did Relapse. Yeah. And then, when he didn't see the response that he wanted from that, he scrapped Relapse 2 and then went to Recovery. Yeah. And Relapse 2, I think we had like 4 or 5 songs on that album together. So it was like, but the world probably won't ever hear that record. It'll probably stay in his machines, yeah.
Because he said he will no longer make music after he hit 50.
Who said that?
Eminem, or just medias, or I don't know.
Oh no, that's a lie.
I just saw it.
He said that's a lie. Don't worry.
Okay.
He's saying that he's not gonna be able to stop.
Yeah.
He may not actually release it, but he's gonna make music. Like this guy goes to, like people go to work from 9 to 5. He gets up and goes to the recording studio from 9 to 5, like it's a job. So he's always coming up with something. He's always doing something. Yeah. So there's never, even when I say final lap, I mean, it may not be the last time you ever see me on stage, but I won't be able to do 103 dates. Like I won't be able to stop everything else that I have going on to do a tour this big. So this is definitely the final run to make sure I touch down and see everybody, like, you know, and all the locations that I've previously been. So look, if you look at the last time I was here, it was probably 10,000 less people. You know, so you see it's increasing. It's getting bigger and bigger every time I come. And show's getting better too, so you'll see.
Yeah. I was here last year and it was fucking crazy.
For real. Yeah, but for real.
Okay. You are working on a TV show, 8 Mile?
Yeah.
8 Mile Tattoo?
Real this. Yeah.
And I know everything is top secret, but can you tell me just something about the story or some pre-production things?
Yeah, 8 Mile is, because it's a huge hit. I think it's important for its legacy that it to be done correct. So I'm really tedious about who comes in as a writer showrunner for the project and how it's structured and put together, and then to be able to tap into that time period, because it was different then versus the way it is now. Like when you look at battle rap and different things that go on, yeah, it's a whole different world of things. Like not a lot of artists can't. They don't do it. They're not conditioned for that the same way. So they do it in a different format. And that league, like those people that are in that culture, that are in battle culture, I think they may be some of the most prolific writers.
No Curtis Hanson?
Yeah, I think they're the best writers, but they don't put the same energy into writing a hit record that they put into research on the other artists. Like, because they know that format, they're comfortable with that, and they can say some amazing shit while they're competing with each other. But if you listen to some of the lines, would be incredible if they were written on records. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, it's just laid in a different format, and it's amazing because a lot of them, they don't have hit records. Like, they don't make hit records, but they can really say some hot shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
You also performed on the halftime show at the Superbowl, and was this the biggest rap show in the world so far? And tell me how difficult is to rap upside down?
You know what? Look, the Super Bowl was difficult because we rehearsed our shows for 7 days before we did it, and to have to be in California for 7 days was a lot difficult. I'm from New York, so I'm like, look, guys, I know the words. I promise I'm gonna say the words the way I'm supposed to say it. You don't need to hear me do it. But they did need to have us do the rehearsals because they got to put all of the stage onto the field in 8 minutes, perform, and then get everything off of the stage fast enough for the game to go back. So that was really what the rehearsal was, because it's a lot of people, a lot of moving parts, and we got it done though.
Okay, I've got two last things for you. You were close to death a few years ago, and my last question is, for your fans, some message. What's the meaning of life and our mission here, in your opinion?
The meaning of life? I don't think everybody's meaning is the same. Everyone's purpose is the same, right? And
what's your maybe?
Well, mine's, I think I'm becoming a symbol of hope, right? Because I come from not having, and it makes people who don't have things feel like they can, me too, they can do it too, right? So I think for the most part, there's no excuses. I'm every reason why you're not supposed to make it. Everything in my story is why you don't make it. And I made it, so why would someone feel like they can't? From the roughest patch of things, they can still make it out of there. And there's I think not everyone, but I think that the people who see me as I see me, because people have a different perception of you, especially when you're in the public. They misinterpret the things, your actions, or what you're saying, or who you are, period. And they can dislike you, but to entertain is to provoke emotion. So whether you love me or hate me is fine. Just care about me, period. Like, I don't care which way it go. But I think everyone. It's hard. It's a tough question to ask when you say, "What is the purpose of life?" When you know a lot of us are dealing with figuring that out. Like the things that seem simple are the most difficult things, like finding the right companionship or keeping good people around you, because people change right in front of you. Like if they're not growing, if the new information, if they're not becoming wiser, then they're falling behind. And while they're falling behind, they can look at you while you're progressing consistently, like they can resent you for it, you know?